Alrighty, I want to go through what's in my search and rescue pack. Now keep in mind, I had a lot of lessons learned, and I'm probably going to move from this pack, which it originally was in, which is a 35 liter, to this pack, which is a Gregory, and I believe it's an 18 liter. So 35 liter to 18 liter. Alright, let's get the pack out of the way. Now, some of these items are my everyday carry. My Phoenix 3 watch, my multicolor pen, my Olight S2R, my Leatherman Wave, paracord bracelet with a whistle, marker, chapstick, space pen, and lighter. Alright, for the rest, in no particular order, let's go through lights. So this is Survivor Streamlight. It has the AA batteries in it, and then batteries to back that up. I also have enough AA batteries because my backup battery for my Baofeng can run off AA's. That's that. So this would be rigged on my chest. This would be rigged on my chest strap of my pack. Search at night. This is something new. It's a little rechargeable light. Also has a plug for USB, so I could charge my phone or anything else. Nice thing about this guy is that it's actually a lantern and magnetic on the back. Alright, other light, pencil head, and it has a red filter. So let's see, turn this bad boy on. The only thing is this runs off of AA's. I got no backup batteries for these, so once these are out. Power cord, zip ties. Now some of this stuff is a requirement with search and rescue. Our flagging tape, Ziploc bags for clues. Another lesson learned is to write our information for the clues on the bags before deployment. Let's go through here. So on this bag, put in the categories like team, date time, US National Grid or UTM, clue number, task, and description. So I would just have all those listed so that way I can fill in those blanks. Also have gloves. We have 5 heavy-duty trash bags. And that's part of our requirement with search and rescue. Alright, other things. Write in the rain. Notebook. Now we use this at the field exercise, but this is just a Mylar. Now this is actually from one of my team members' pack, because I actually use an emergency bivvy. So this would only be beneficial for myself. So survive outdoors longer. Nice little emergency bivvy. Alright, I carry a Mora knife, but I'm thinking maybe in the future I won't, since I have my Leatherman. We're really not doing any bushcrafting or major survival, so I think this is a nice to have, not a need to have. This is a really nice to have, almost a need to have. Little collapsible trowel named use the bathroom in the woods. And then this actually comes off, if I can get it with my nails. And I have toilet paper stuffed in there. So that's all stays nice and dry in there. Now, I don't know that necessarily needs to go in this pack, in this little pouch. I just keep it in the pouch in case for some reason this shovel does get contaminated and it doesn't mess with my food or anything else. Personal survival med kit. This is for myself. The medic on the team will actually have a kit for anyone that we find out there. And then also I keep a photocopy and then laminated of my driver's license and insurance card. And I keep that in my med kit. They like us to have a candle. It can be a great source of heat and also easy to start fires, so that's a requirement. Another form of fire starting, so ferro rod. They like us to have a compass. My Phoenix has a compass on it, but still nice to have this. 2-liter Camelback bladder. Alrighty. A lifestraw. I will probably be upgrading this to a Sawyer filter that can go in line with the Camelback. But for right now, I'm using and abusing this thing, and it's awesome. Gaiters, because a lot of the search and rescue we will be bushwhacking, so it's just nice. Let's go over some of the food stuff. So one of the things is they ask us to have food that does not need to be cooked. This one, the granola cereal, has freeze-dried milk in there. Just add water, really simple. Now some require hot water, but here's a trick. Mountain House, and I don't know if any other ones do this. I think the other one, Backpacking Pantry, I believe they do not. But Mountain House actually cooks all of their food before they dehydrate it. So even though that this says it needs hot water, it actually doesn't. So on this, the time is 6 minutes. So you want to double or triple that time. So almost 20 minutes of cold water, and this will get rehydrated. Will it be the most pleasant to have cold scrambled eggs? No, but it's not going to kill you. So that's one trick that I use. Other food stuff I have, granola bars. This is one interesting thing I got from wildland firefighting. It is bubble gum, but it has caffeine in it. It says it's military energy gum, so it's a nice pick-me-upper instead of using something like 5-hour energy. And then electrolytes. So a lot of people don't like to put flavors in their bladder. I don't care. I've been putting flavored stuff in my bladder for years and I have no issues. But if you do have an issue with that, just bring yourself a little squeeze bottle like from a bicycle. So this is electrolytes. All right, let's go on to clothing. We're required to have work gloves, and I have these on a little carabiner. It's a good idea to have something bright for head, especially if we're doing a search and rescue during hunting season. Now, some of this stuff will not go with me in my pack anymore. They required it for gear check. It was probably more of a litmus test to make sure that you do have the gear in case you do get called out in the winter or in the rain or in the snow. So here's what I have. I have a thin base layer, smart wool. I have a mid-weight smart wool for a second mid-level. Socks. Since wildland firefighting, I have picked up starting to use sock liners. So I would wear the sock liners, and actually these are smart wool. I also wear a different pair, a different brand, and then wool socks. And I love sock liners now. And truthfully, it doesn't need to be cold weather to have a sock liner. It helps out so much with friction inside of your boot. I had long johns with me, and then waterproof pants. Now the coat that I was wearing is a new one that I'm testing out from LA Police Gear, and I am liking this a lot. This is the Recon jacket. It's got a buttload of pockets, 2 on each front side, and then 1 on the arm. It's also got pocket on the interior, and it's nice lining, and the hood is attached. A lot of my jackets don't have a hood, and I'm really getting bothered by that. I do not care if my hood is flapping behind. I don't need to be looking pretty going out on the town. I want a hood on my jackets just in case. It doesn't need to be raining. Even if it's just wind, a hood can help out a lot. And this material that they have here is wind and water resistant. I have used this for over a week now in a lot of different temperatures, a lot of different wind conditions, and I'm liking this a lot. I have not tried it in the rain, so I cannot talk about how water resistant it is. So that's my pack. What will not go in there, like I mentioned before, a lot of this clothes will just be stuff that might be in my car and I can use it if I need it. But I'm going to start testing out using that 18 liter. I hike with that 18 liter all the freaking time, and I am so comfortable with that. Looking good, looking good, looking good. All right, let's put the clip wires on the side. Okay. Radio and light. There we go. Let's grab the scale and see how much that weighs. 12 pounds with water in it. That is awesome. So, and the great thing about this, even though it's made for search and rescue, this will be a perfect little go bag. Go out in the woods, day hike. This is absolutely more than I will need. Easily probably get through 2 or 3 days out in the woods as long as there isn't any major storms, because besides that emergency bivvy, don't really have any shelter. But sighted, fully loaded with water, 12 pounds. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I have plenty of lights, I have communication, food. I am excited. This is perfect.